Hello friends, in this video we will demonstrate how we can create authentication and authorization. As you know, authentication and authorization is in a website project are still very important to give access to the user based on their roles. First we are going to create that database. So open the SQL server and right click the database, new database, give the meaningful name, click OK. If you want, you can create the schema also. Go to security, right click the schema, new schema, write down the schema, say owner is the DBO. Now we are going to create the tables. So right click the table, new table. First will be the security ID. Make a unique identifier. And second one will be the username. Third one is the user password. Then salt, make it write down user salt. Username, we are going to make a primary key because this username should not be duplicate. Give the table name, securities, and schema will be sec. Table is created. Now I will open the Visual Studio, create a new project, select a website, ASP.NET web application, security. Click another name. Click OK. Select empty project and MVC. Click OK. Now project is loaded. This one is the empty project. There is no controller models. So click one in the controller, right click, add a controller, create an empty controller, make the name home. Second one, you are going to create that account controller. And we will create one folder that will be the view model. Also in the home controller we are going to write more action method we are going to write, like this one will be the contact, third one will be that about. Now we are going to add that view. That contact view. A third one is that about. Now we are going to install that crypto. So click on tools, go to the NuGet package manager console. Then here that install package, that it will be SimpleCrypto. Press enter. Now go to the solution explorer, check in the reference. See, this one is added, that SimpleCrypto. Now I'll go to that layout page, and here we'll write that action link. Text will be first home, then index, then home. Just copy, change the name. This one will be the contact, and third one will be the about. Let's run the application, check it's working. Now you can see that that's home, contact, and about. Now I'm going to add that login and register. So first we are going to add that a parcel view. Just right click on the share folder, add a view, select the create parcel view, write down the name. This one will be the login parcel. I click on add. So here we'll do right like a @ if user dot identity dot is authenticated, just copy this one. Paste it here. This will be name right side. If it's authenticated, so it will become like a logout. Action link. So this one will be the logout. Here we are writing that one. If it's that user is authenticated, it's already login. So that we to display that logout, and action name will be logout. And then here that account. Second one, just copy. Second one, we are only here will display that username, so it will be the user that name. Just make it a blank here. If user is not login, then else. Here it will become, I'll just copy this one. Here it will become like register, this one also register an account, and second one will be login. Index, and here account. The account is that controller name, and index is that action name. Now we are going to add that in a layout page. So here we'll add that partial view, html.partial, and that name, that is a login partial view. Now I'll run. See here, now it's coming like a register and login, and here home content, because it's not login, that's why it's showing that one, register and login. Once it will be login, then it will become like login to change into log off, and that in the state of register it will display that the username. I'll go to the account controller. Here we are going to write that one, action result, register, return view. Now we are going to add that index and check that, and again that one for register. First we will design that one register form. So now we are going to add view model. Just right click on the view model folder, add, and class. So name of the class is the register view model. Click on add and write down the properties. First will be that username, and second will be the user password, third will be the confirm password. Right, now we are going to add a data annotation. That first we'll call the reference, system dot component model dot data annotation. So here first will be the display, name will be email, second will be the required, error message will be the email is required, third one will be add the data type, then data type will be the email address, and error message, please enter valid email address. Okay, then second for user password, this one also display, name is equal to password, second one will be the required, error message, password is required, third one data type, data type will be the password. Same for confirm password also. But one more thing need to add, that is a compare. First one with the property, it will compare with that user password. The second will be the error message. Password and should be the same. Now it's done here. Now I'll go to the register, we'll design that one. First we'll call that model, register view model. Using HTML.begin form. First this one is the action, that register is that action, then controller will be the account, third will be the post form method, that is a post, and fourth is the tribute. I'll design that one, that div. Here we are going to use that bootstrap, that form group. Second one will be the, now here use that HTML.anti-forgery token, form group. Then next HTML dot label for model dot username. Second one will be the text, HTML dot text box 4, model dot username. That bootstrap, that is a form control. This, then one more, that is a validation message for model username. Here we will write that one summary. Validation summary false. That is a bootstrap class, text dancer, and here also it will come that bootstrap, that new, that will be the text danger, that class text danger. The copy, this one copy for, let's change that one, this one will be the password, user password, and this one will be the confirm password. Now input that is just button, submit button, value with the register name will be the register, and then class button primary. The design has been done. Just run the application. Let's see. Now I can see that one. So this one is coming like this. So we are going to remove this one also, that autocomplete. So how we'll do? Just go to the text box and the class. So write then autocomplete equal to off. Now if you click, now you can not see that one. This one is a text box, that's why, because this one and this one need to be changed. This one will be that password, because I have used that text box to change into password for. This one also it will be password for. And here this one will be the confirm password. Confirm password is required. Now run that one. Now you can see email, password and confirm password. Just click on register. Now go to the account controller. Here you will see that one. So we are going to create, this one is that HTTP GET. By default it will be the HTTP GET. And one more need to add this one for HTTP post. And here that register view model. Register view model. Here we'll check that one if model state dot is valid. Now run. Click on register. Just check that validation. Yeah, that validation is coming. But if you will look, that whenever you are clicking that register, it's going to the server, because see, every time it's refreshing. See, this one is refreshing every time. So this is not a good. So we are going to use that unobstruct. See. So go to the solution number, right click, manage NuGet package manager, go to the browser and install. Just install this one, Microsoft jQuery unobtrusive .validation. Just install this one. Click on accept. That is finished. Check in that script file. See, now it's coming that jQuery validate.unobstructive and jQuery validate.mean.js. This three file is required. jQuery validate, jQuery validate.mean.js, jQuery validate unobtrusive.js, and one more is that jQuery, that like jQuery.mean.js. Before that, you have to check in that web.config. It's already there. Yeah, these two. If it's not there, then you have to add this to key and make it as a true. Now open the layout page and drag that 3 jQuery. One is that jQuery mean.js. Okay. Second one is that validate mean.js, and third one is that validate unobtrusive mean.js. Just save it and run again. Now you will not see that always page will go to the server. To register, click on register. See, it's not reloading every time. See here. Now open the account.controller and here write some code. First we'll add that entity that we are going to use, that entity framework. Click on add, new item, select data, AD.NET entity model, write the name, check that what's the database name, that's security DB, then security DB model, security DB model. Click on add, next, click on new connection, check the server name, paste it as password is SA. Select the database name is security DB, click on OK, next, and here select the table name and click on finish. Here you can see that one is a security ID, the second one is the table is a security ID, the column name and username, user password and salt. Go to the Solution Explorer, check that entity's name. Security DB entities, and open that account controller, and first create the constructor so we can initialize that. Create object, that security entities, one is that, and initialize that data. Okay. Now here we are going to call that crypto also, SimpleCrypto. Going to create the SimpleCrypto, then PKFT. Now we are going to create object here, the constructor. Here first we'll check that if it's already exist or not. Model dot your username, if it's exist, then return the error. That username, that this username already exists. Already exist, and return view. Second one, if it's not exist, so then this one dot security ID, that security, create the object of a security, object security, this one is that column name. So here you can find in the entity framework, that is a security, this one, and this one will be the security ID. It's equal to guide dot new guide. Because this column is that I have created that unique identifier. If we will look here, security ID is the unique identifier, so I am sending that guide. The second one will be with the username. The username will be that username. Third one is that password, that user password, but this one I'm going to be encrypt that password, so we are going to create that string, that user salt, copy this one, this one will generate the salt, that generate salt. So object security dot salt, that user salt equal to that salt, then password will be the user ID dot user password equal to this one dot compute. So this one actually is generating that password, so here I'm going to pass that password, that user password, and next one will be the salt. The salt is user salt. Now this one going to be saved. No, this one are going to add first. We are going to add that in security dot add that object security. Now then save changes. We are going to create one private field, so there we'll add that form authentication. First here we'll pass that one username. So right here form authentication. Forms authentication set.cookie username. Or persistent cookies will be false. We are going to make a false. Now we are going to create that a ticket of a form authentication. That is a where or ticket equal to new form authentication ticket. The parameter is version. The version we can 1, name, username, date time dot now, issue date, then expiration 20, we'll make it 20 minutes, date time dot add, date time dot now dot add minutes, that will be 20 minutes. You can write anything. You can write hours for day. Is persistence false? And user data, make a string empty. Next one will be that path. Data will be form authentication dot form cookies path. Now I'm going to encrypt that one, that form authentication ticket. I'm going to encrypt that one. So write a string encrypted ticket. That form authentication dot encrypt. Now this one will be encrypted. That ticket will be encrypted. Cookie name. Now we are going to add this one in a cookies. So http context dot response dot cookies dot add, that will be the auth cookie. So it's once it's a save, then we are going to call this one here, that our username we are going to pass this one dot username, and then return to action, redirect to action. So here that action name will make it an index, and second will be home. Right, register it done. So now we are to change into web config file. In the system.web we have to write that authentication mode equal to form authentication, fonts dot default URL, it will be that action name will be the account, and index for login. Now run that application. First we are going to register that. Click on register, write a@gmail.com, password is 123456, confirm password 123456. Click on register. Yeah, now it's registered. You can see here is coming logout, and that username is here. Now check in the database. Open that table, let's select, see the data came, that a.gmail, that user password, and then salt. I'll go for logout. Now going to create that logout. So for logout, once you will click that logout, it will go to the account logout action method. So go to the create that one action method, public action result, that logout. Redirect to action, it will go to that index and home controller. And next we will do a form authentication dot sign out. Okay, this one for logout. Once it will be logout, it will go to that home or index, home controller or index action method. Click on register, and again that next one be @gmail.com, password 12345 12345. Click on register. Again it's register b.adjel. Let's check in database. Now you can see that b.adjel@gmail.com. Now there, click on logout. It's a logout. Now it's a come to that home controller or index action method, and here you can see that register login. Now we'll do that login. So design that login form, close all those file, close all document, open that account and index, this one for login. Same here we'll do using html.begin form, and first it will be that login, that will be the action method, and next it will be the account, that form method, it will be post, and attributes to be blank. Next we are going to create that, this one will be anti-forgery token, and here we should write also that anti-forgery token, that for login anti-forgery token, and second one will be that html.validation summary for validation summary. First it will be false, blank, and then the bootstrap, that will be the text danger. Now we are going to create a div. Class will be that form group. Now we will first add that one more view model, that will be that login view model. User login view model. Okay. Here that username, and second one will be the password. Namespace, system dot component model dot data notation. Same we can copy from register. Yes. That is the email is required and password is required. Now the same one we are going to call in index, that model. Now div, right here html dot label for model dot username, html dot text box for model dot username, and then bootstrap, same will copy for password also. this one for username, this one for password. Now we're going to add one button, input type, that will be the submit button. Value login, name will be login. Now in the account controller, we'll create one more action method, that will be that login, but here it will become user login, view model, that object, and this one will be the post. Here we will check that first model state dot is valid, now run the application and check the design. Click on login. Yeah, this email and password. Here also I have to remove this, that autocomplete. So click here, autocomplete equal to off. Now here, first we will check that is exist or not. So go to the entities dot securities dot any model dot username. Check that if its username exists or not. If it's not exist, if it's false, if it's exist, if it's not exist, then it will be this one will be true. Then model state dot add model error, user name is not exist. Username it not exist, then return view. Okay, then else, if it exists, that particular username exists, so we'll write validate securities, that object dot securities dot single model dot username equal to object security dot username. Okay, so means exist, so you will get the data, so like user password and user salt username. So now here we will match if dot user password equal to and then SimpleCrypto dot compute. First one the text, what you have text, then salt. This one will be the salt, user salt. If it's match, then again we'll call this one this add form authentication. It's like same like this. If it's match, okay. If it's not match, then we again will send a one error message. Password is not valid. Okay, run that application. Let's see. Click on login. Write a@gmail.com. Password is 12345 6. Click on login. Yeah, it's login. See here, it's login. Then log out. Login again. If it's a wrong user ID, es@gmail.com. The password. Username is not exist. So next we will do with another email ID. That password is 12345. Let's check. Yes, login. Click on logout. Now we are going to summarize that one, what we have done till now. First we have created that one database. That database name is a security DB, and after that we have created the one schema, that is a security schema. The next we have created the table, that is a secure as schema dot table names. This one is a SEC is a schema and security is the table name. It's a combination, that is a schema with table name. So here we have added 4 column. One is the security ID, that your data type is unique identifier, then username that I have created that this one is a primary key, because this one is not going to repeat because usernames should be unique. Then user password, then it's just salt, because how password is generating, once you have entered something like a 1 2 3, then it's a combination combining with that user salt, so that after that it's encrypted and then it's coming to the user password. Same way, once you are going to validate that password, so you have to enter that password, then combine with the salt, then it will be generate that user password. Now open the Visual Studio. Here I have created that one created one folder, that is a view models. After that view models, we have created two class, means two register view model, that is a register view model, and second one is the user login view model. And after that I have created that entity framework. I have called that one, that is a security DB model, that is an entity framework. And next created that one, that controller, that is a home controller, that's for normal to see. And second one is that account controller, that is a main, this one for registration and login. So next we have installed that one with that new cat package, that is a SimpleCrypto. That this one we have installed that package from that new cat package managers. and then we have called that one, that security DB entities, that is entity framework. And then SimpleCrypto, in that constructor we have created that object, and here that action method, that is for login, that index is for login. Then after that HTTP post for post method, that post, here I am checking that one model state dot is valid. If it's that model will be valid, then we are checking that one. First here we are checking that one if it's exist or not. If that username is not exist, then we are returning that message. And if it's user it exists, so here we are checking that with username and password. If its password is not matching, then here we are returning that model error. Same we have done with in a register also. You can see that in register also same thing we have done. And created one private method. So in the private method we are actually doing that one form authentication, that we are creating one ticket, then encrypted the ticket, and then adding into the cookies. And then last one is that logout. Once you that user will click the logout, then it will be that logout, that form authentication dot sign out, and it will redirect to that home controller or index action method. In the next video we will see that one how to authorize that. We'll create one employee controller, and only that authorized person can see that one, that employee. Unauthorized person cannot see that one, that employee. Thanks for watching.